Hey guys, it's Wyatt back here today for another how-to video. In this video we'll be changing the oil in a 2002 Chevrolet Trailblazer. Only things you're going to need is 5 quarts of oil or 4 quarts, whatever you have, oil filter, 14mm socket and wrench depending on what you have, and something to drain your oil in. So let's get started. So first thing we're going to want to do is pop the hood. Come around front here, open her up, get the little holder right there, put it in its spot, and you can move on to the next process. Okay, so I was wrong on it being a 14mm on this one. It's actually a 15, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take loose the oil drain plug and then bring this over here, get my hand under there and take it off the rest of the way and let the oil start draining. So let me break it loose. Man, somebody got that sucker on there tight. There we go. Alright, so now I got started. I'm going to get right here, start loosening it, and then you can start feeling it whenever it starts to get to the end of the threads, and that's whenever you want to start watching yourself. So you don't cover your hand in oil. I mean, more than likely you're going to get at least a little on it, but you're going to try and reach for the least amount possible, and like I said, you'll probably get a little on. I got some on my hands. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sit here, let that drain, and I'm going to go clean off my hands real quick. Okay, so now that you are letting it drain, now you can go ahead and find out where the location is of your oil filter. And I found this one. It is located right down here. Let me see if I can find a better angle. Right there. The white thing, that is it right there. So now I can go ahead and take it off. Then what you do is you find where your oil fill is, take it off, and it lets the rest of that oil that's sitting in your engine drain out. It lets it have a full circulation, so then you just sit and wait for it to drain. And what I ended up having to do was get this oil filter wrench out, because whoever put the last one on, kind of like with the drain plug, was on horribly tight. So it just makes it a pain, and that's not how you want it, so don't be like that guy that did it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the new filter, start filling it up with oil, and then we'll put our oil in. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, get the new oil filter out of the box, lay it down. And the reason why you want to do this, it's kind of hard to do whenever they're sideways mount, but you want to do this because it prevents dry starts in your engine whenever you change oil, because if you don't, then whenever you put it up there, you're running your engine without oil getting through everything until this filter fills up with oil. So you don't want to do that. I bought Quaker State Advanced Durability 5W30. Only thing I will ever run is Quaker State. It's just a good engine oil. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling this up. It takes a little minute, but it gets there. So what you're going to try and do is keep from spilling, which can be difficult. I spilled a little bit right there. So I'm gonna grab my rag, well, my paper towel, clean it up. And also, we don't have to, it really just depends on your space if it's an easy filter to get to, or if it's a stubborn one. This one is kind of in a stubborn spot, so I'm not going to completely fill it. It's just kind of the concept is to just try and get some in there a little at least. So that right there, I'm going to call it good. And let me clean this off real quick, and then I'll tell you what next. Alright, so now what you want to do is get a little bead of oil and run it along that O-ring seal right there. And that just lets it stay lubricated whenever you're tightening it up, so it don't catch or anything and then cause leaks. And that's just what you want to do. So now we're going to go on to our next process of putting the new filter in. So now I'm going to go ahead, get my filter, lure it up in there if I can, and take it and get it started on the threads, which can be kind of difficult depending on your angle. I gotta reach my hand up from under a little plate because I can't do this anywhere else. And as you can probably see from my fingers being shiny, the way I had to put the filter in, a little bit leaked out, but alright, so now what you want to do is you just kind of want to snug it down, not too tight, but tight enough where you can feel it really seat itself. And that right there is pretty good. So now we're going to move on to put filter in, oil in the engine. Now we can go ahead and start filling our oil up. So what you do is just go ahead, slowly, carefully, don't miss. And after you get most of it in there, then you can go ahead and check it. So now, pull that out, get your rag, clean off your dipstick real nice like, so you can see it real good. Stick it down in there, pull it back out, and check it. This one is still low, so I'm going to keep putting oil in it. I don't have much left. Now, let it sit for a couple more seconds. Let it drain down to the bottom. Alright, now let's see where we're sitting. Clean off your dipstick again. Pull it back out. And there you go. Put your cap on. And that's how to change oil on your vehicle. Hope this helped you guys out. Enjoy. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you.